Hey there guys, it's Zeromethanol from DoubleCrossedGaming, and I'm going to give you a quick updated guide to the Sentinel class from Tribes Ascend. Okay, the Sentinel is essentially the sniper in Tribes Ascend, although before I go into the loadout or tips you can do inside the game, there are quite a few things you can do to make a job a lot easier before you even start playing. For instance, in the settings there are 3 things you can change. You're going to want to turn mouse moving off, that'll help to keep your aim a lot constant. You'll also want to turn your mouse sensitivity right down. When I'm sniping, I run on 50cm to 360, although I do know some snipers in the competitive scene that run on 60cm and even 65cm. So try and find out what's best for you. And last of all, you'll probably want to drop your field of view down to a 90, if you're running on 120 normally, like I am. Essentially, the smaller your field of view is, the bigger the targets are and the easier they are to hit, although of course it does mean you won't be able to see as much. Also, in your tribes.ini, you'll probably find a line that says fog volumes equals true. If you turn this into false, you'll be able to see a shit ton better and it'll make your life a lot easier. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's have a look at the weapons. The sniper's primary is the BXT1 rifle, or the phase rifle. There's not much really to say here. I think 99% of all snipers run with the BXT1 rifle. It seems to be a common favourite. As for the secondary weapons, you've got the Nova Blaster and the Falcon, and the Falcon is the first thing you're going to want to unlock for Sentinel. It's a ridiculously good weapon and you're probably going to want to spend some time perfecting it so that you can try and take on targets that think that they can kill you in close combat. So that's the 2 weapons out of the way, and now we've got the equipment. I think that the Claymore Mine is universally better than the T5 grenade, although I do know some people that disagree. The T5 grenade is essentially the frag grenade that the soldier has. Same blast radius, same-ish damage. While I'm pretty sure you've probably experienced Claymore Mines in the past. They're great for killing people sneaking around your base, or even cappers that forget to shoot the flag stand when they go in for a grab. And then there's the packs. The drop jam is good because it stops enemy infiltrators sneaking around your base, and even manages to keep you hidden from the view if you're hiding in a building somewhere. The energy recharge pack, on the other hand, is brilliant if you're using the phase rifle, or if you're doing a lot of dueling. I know a lot of people in competitive use the energy recharge pack just because they get caught off guard a lot. For the first perk, you've got a lot of choice. You can either go for Rage, which is quite good if you're using the phase rifle and you're on the flag stand, or there's even Ultra Capacitor, which is also quite good for the phase rifle. Then you've got Close Combat, which is good because it stops people trying to sneak up on you and melee you. And lastly, the one that I choose is Safety Third, mainly because it allows me to get 4 claymores out at any one time. And then there's the second perk, which there isn't really much choice at all. You can either run Ultra Capacitor 2, which is quite good with the phase rifle, or for just getting around, or I use Super Heavy, which may sound quite odd for a lot of you, but the amount of times that I've jumped in front of the flag stand to stop a capper coming. But to be honest, you can take whatever you want here, there isn't really any perk which is brilliant. So to summarise, there's really 2 loadouts. There's the BXT1 loadout, and then there's the stay at home on the flag stand phase rifle loadout. The only things I'd possibly mix around is using Ultra Capacitor 2 instead of Super Heavy, or using Ultra Capacitor 1 instead of Rage. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do when you spawn is set up. I find that on maps like Crossfire and Arx Novena, you want to put your claymores in the back to front routes or the side to side routes, somewhere where they can't easily be shot at, and when the capper sees them it's a bit too late. As you can see here, I get a shot off on the capper but I can't kill him. Luckily for me, he flies right into my claymores. And if you're setting up in a tower or other kind of defendable position, make sure you put claymores by the entrance, it will help kill unwanted guests.
Incoming hostile!
We have the Blood Eagle flag.
Send artillery!
Blood Eagle has secured their flag. Blood Eagle has our flag.
There's one coming back now.
When you position yourself, you want it so that the enemies are running directly at you or directly away from you. This will make your shots infinitely easier. So mess around and try and learn which way your cappers are coming from. In most public games they'll usually run straight from their base to your base, although some cappers are a bit cleverer and they do side routes. Adjust your position accordingly and make sure that they're always flying straight into your sights. Also, don't worry if they get a bit close for comfort. As a Sentinel you have arguably the best automatic gun in the game, the Falcon. Luckily the projectile speed and the rate of fire are so high that you barely have to lead the target at all. As for generic tips to sniping in general, try and wait until the opponent are at the very height of their curve. That's when they're most stationary and it's the easiest time to take your shot. And make sure you press Alt to spot any incoming cappers. This will let your defense know where they're coming from and hopefully give them a bit of time to prepare. Okay guys, that's all I've really got for you. If you want a custom crosshair, a guy called Delete from the IRC showed me a link to a forum post. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. Otherwise, thanks for watching and like and subscribe if any of this helped you. Cheers guys.